What up? It's your boy T-Man here. So, see, I can do my run. I'm about to do this before I get ready for work. So, I seen this from Pllana. So we're gonna do some real reasons why from Pllana about SummerSlam as well too. First, we want to do a no. It's called I'm Sorry Seen Punk, but no one seen Pllana. We like to change this title a lot just to throw us off a little bit. But I did see in the description it was really called the real reason why CM Punk lost, which sucks still real too though. CM Punk got cash in on with and everything and. Yeah, I told you, like I said before, I was not. Oh no, or the reason why I stepped cashed in on CM Punk. So yeah, that sucked though. Yeah, and then we also want to see the real reason why what happened last night. Also, some added comments about me have SummerSlam as well too, because for like my review, I didn't put everything I wanted to say on there as well too. So, but yeah. This definitely this like that happened during. I did not. Main reason I did not want it to happen because of I didn't want to hear the karma talk. One, CM Punk deserved that one, but two, I didn't want to hear the karma talk because of what happened with Drew. And then folks brought up the karma thing with when he was a heel at the time he did a Jeff Hardy. I get that part, but at the same time, this is why I hate revenge. As revenge as well too, or certain fans go in there like I don't like that. It's irky as hell as well too, especially especially if the wrestler at the moment is face, and then you want to go there, your hatred towards the wrestler too, or your love for heel. But anyway, what else for to do? Also, I am not sure I mentioned about Naomi's dad doing the guitar in the beginning, which, like I said, she's hell. It was a cool moment though to have her dad there though. That's why I feel like it may be time for her to go tweener soon because. It's at this point it's a conflicted dilemma where her current character right now. But anyway, what else for to do? Let's see the first video of I'm Sorry CM Punk.
CM Punk defeated Gunther to finally win another world championship in WWE. The best in the world hasn't had a belt in WWE since 2013, but he finally proved that he's still the best in the world tonight. Unfortunately, that reign would only last 5 minutes and 10 seconds because we would see the ruse of the century. Yep. Seth Rollins played everyone. He faked his injury at Saturday night's main event in his match with LA Knight, and he returned tonight to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. He defeated CM Punk to become the world champion yet again. It's basically what happened with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40, but anyways, this was a shocking moment and there's a lot of things to unpack. We need to discuss the real reason why WWE went in this direction and booked it this way, and we're even going to talk about how this affects John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Alright, and oh shoot. Now, this was made before SummerSlam night one, so it might come out like but I know he's gonna be on Seth's ass this coming Raw. Oh, now if this leads to him winning the championship, then I won't be too mad. But I know he's gonna be on Seth's ass. If this one needed, if that would happen, needed to happen for him to go to get in the main event scene and all that. I guess that's the silver line of that one, but yeah, he's gonna be on his ass. Oh yes.
Before all that, let's talk about LA Knight. I know this
Let me talk to you.
Seem random, but it needs to be talked about. The WWE really wasted his big time match with Seth Rollins just for this angle in this match. Yeah. It's very sad to see how badly WWE treats LA Knight. I think they've wasted the prime years of his career.
A lot of people was talking about that. Like they pretty much feel like that Duddy did him dirty. He already feel like he was on SummerSlam. Yeah, but like I said, if this what it took for now for him to get more noticed, then then so be it. Though, but still.
Dude is a star. Everyone loves him. He's the modern day Rock in my opinion. He's witty on the mic. He can put on good matches and he has a great look for promotional reasons. The fact that not only did he lose 3 straight Money in the Banks, but they also used him for a different angle is really upsetting to me. They cut that match short, and it's unfair. He is so much more than that. LA Knight should have been a world champion by now. I think it would have been fresh. I think there would have been a lot of hype. The people love him, but for some reason, they just don't care. Shame on Triple H, shame on Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes and the rest of the booking staff. You guys are clearly missing out on a lot of potential just to give us the same world champions, and I'm not a fan of that at all.
Now, this situation, I feel like another reason why I feel like the reason they had him jump because they said there was words that he was dealing with injury as well too. So, but could we get a face Gunther coming back though for that?
Anyways, the next person that we need to talk about is Gunther. The match he delivered with CM Punk was really great. While it started off a little bit slow, it picked up and the crowd really got into it. And once that happened, it took off. Gunther was busted open, and that only made the ending of the match even better. I thought they did a great job at booking him to lose while keeping him strong and protecting him at the same time. It truly looked like CM Punk needed to give it his all in order to win the match, and I think that's the perfect way to book big guys like Gunther to make them look strong. With that said, there are two things that I think we need to acknowledge. One of them is that Gunther should stay away from the world title picture or even championship pictures for a little bit. Michael Cole said that he's been a champion for 80% of his career in WWE.
And it's facts. If you think about it, that's facts. Even going down to his debut in NXT UK, majority's run in NXT UK, he was a champion. And then once he lost it, you didn't see him much more. And then he moved to NXT, and then he was a champion on there for a while. Yeah, and then we came to the main roster. He got put into the Intercontinental Champion. Became the longest He had a record on Intercontinental Champion reign as well too, and then World Champion. Yeah, so they got to show that he can function without a title. That is true. Like that's why I feel like that's why as much I wouldn't mind having Roman as a champion as a face. I'm not mad. I don't mind them not putting him in a title picture for a while too, because they gotta show that Roman again can function without being a champion. Because for a while when he's on the top chief, he needed a title. You know what I mean, and he needed it, and he didn't have it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, they gotta show Gunther can function without a title. I mean, right now without a title, or as well as without a faction too, because he had a title and he had a faction masking him. So there's that. So then they gotta prove that he can be a dominant without all of that. So yeah.
WWE, and I think that is overkill at this point. We need to allow other guys to be in the title picture. Like I said, LA Knight should be a champion, but then there's Gunther hogging the spotlight, and that is not good. Also, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre are a couple other names that I can think of that also deserves to be in the top title picture.
I might wait to. You know what? I'll say it now, say something on the second video. There's gonna be 2 videos in one. If they say on the second video, then yeah, I feel if they don't, then I'm gonna say this. I feel like Orton possibly could be if he had to go heel to do it, but Drew might be a contender for Cody now since Cody got tired back, and he's now Drew's on SmackDown now, so yeah, and then that damn Drew McIntyre fan probably will be happy that she finally get a chance to probably be one of the being for it. What may happen, but still.
We've been floating around, not really doing too much, and I think their time is now. The other thing I think we need to talk about is that Gunther has probably one of the worst power bombs I've ever seen. He needs to learn how to actually perform the move.
I'm 50-50. I kind of see it. Just seems like plain. It seems pretty plain. Compared to other power bombs, it seems pretty plain. I guess, but still.
It just.
And again, I guess, and also, shout out for him getting a good physique and lose weight, but I feel like him losing that weight kind of took a little bit of that monster away from him. I mean, the baby fat Gunther baby fat Gunther looks more dominant than the current physique Gunther. To be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel that physique Gunther look. I mean, bigger, chunky Gunther look better, look more monstrous than physique Gunther. I'm gonna tell you that. I'll say that.
Does not look like it does too much damage, and I think he's always trying to protect his opponent, which makes it look bad. Woo! If he can't do it better, I think he's just got to remove it from his arsenal and just never do it again.
Yep. And of course, this gonna be ongoing food going on there now for sure.
And now let's talk about the two most important people in this match, Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So why did WWE book the angle like this? It's quite simple. WWE wanted to create sympathy for CM Punk while extending his feud with Seth Rollins. The company is fully invested in this feud.
Pretty much we moved on from Punk and Drew McIntyre. Now we're on to the bigger heated feud right there. The bigger blood feud right here since Punk came back is CM Punk, because it got halted a little, because I feel like it got halted a little bit because Punk got injured around Royal Rumble, and they probably wouldn't wanted to have Punk versus Rollins at WrestleMania 40, but it didn't because Rollins was hurt. Punk was hurt and all that. Because you saw how he acted towards the Punk when he came back. Saw Rollins back after the war game. So yeah, I feel like that too. So that's in that direction too. Then go and everything. So yeah.
Feud. I don't know if I love the fact that CM Punk and Seth Rollins are still beefing. These guys have been in a rivalry since Punk's return in 2023. Think about that. They have been feuding for almost 2 years. That is just insanity. The WWE has been obsessed with overextending some feuds. And
like I said again, I feel like a reason why it's extending because it got halted because of Punk getting injured. That's what I feel.
They probably thought the best way to do that was to have CM Punk finally get his big win, only for Seth Rollins to ruin his night. It even makes a ton of storyline sense, because if you think about it, Seth Rollins hates CM Punk. He despises him so much that he needed to make sure that he wasn't going to walk out of SummerSlam with the belt. I think this is going to continue for another 3 to 6 months. I'm not a fan of that. I kind of want to see it end at Bad Blood later this year, but I wouldn't be shocked if it went to WrestleMania 42. I think that's going a little bit too long, but you never know. They probably want Punk getting his win back at the grandest stage of them all. Like I said, that's a risky move, because you've got to ask yourself,
it is risky. I will say that, though. I will say it is risky. And I will say it's very risky to do that. It really is.
Is that going too long, and will the people still care at that point? I don't know the answer to that question, but I don't think they should risk it. I personally wouldn't do it, but there's definitely a good chance it does happen. Another reason why WWE booked this the way they did is because they wanted to shock everyone. I think it would have worked better if they didn't have guys like Dave Meltzer literally spoiling this, saying it was a work from the beginning. However, things were pretty suspicious when they didn't even give us an update on his injury. There's no timeline. There was no injury update in terms of what he tore. Literally, they just went silent. The WWE wanted to shock us, but I think that the semi-hardcore fans kind of saw this coming. And the last reason why WWE had Seth Rollins cash in on CM Punk is that they wanted to use the momentum from WrestleMania to really push this group. Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk and Roman Reigns to align with Seth Rollins means that the WWE is fully behind this faction, and every great faction needs to shake things up and win world titles.
Because for a minute before that cashing happened, they was trying to say that the camp is cursed for a minute, because they thought Seth was really hurt, but he got worked. And recently, and Braun's hurt. Braun is legit hurt though. I don't think it extent. I think he was able to come back and stand with Rollins after he did the cash in, but still.
And this kind of just accomplishes that.
Now again, I'm not sure I should watch this, because now I know the results now, but I'll still watch it and see what he thought. Especially after I realized I forgot to take my prediction video reaction off unlisted, so it's odd that my prediction and my review only came out at the same time. But yeah.
With all of that said, I actually think they should not have done it this way. In fact, I think it would have been better if WWE didn't have Seth Rollins cash in tonight, because a lot of people were expecting him to ruin CM Punk's night, and personally, I think they should have waited until tomorrow night. Just imagine Seth Rollins not cashing in tonight, and then out of nowhere, he shows up to John Cena and Cody Rhodes' match and screws them over. That would have been even more shocking.
Yeah, a lot of people
Nobody would have seen that
even
coming.
Even the prediction reacted thought that too.
Again, it would have made less sense in the storyline aspect, but the logic could be that he just wants the more important championship and he really doesn't care.
And two, it'd been like a swerve like with the Naomi situation, because she was like teasing with the Tiffany Stratton one. So yeah.
That said, this makes me think we are getting something even crazier and more shocking tomorrow night. As we just saw on SmackDown, John Cena turned babyface again, and he's no longer a heel. So what could happen? What could be bigger than a Seth Rollins cash-in on CM Punk? And I think the answer to that is The Rock showing up. Yes, and I think that Cody is going to turn heel, and I think he's finally going to sell his soul to Dwayne Johnson.
Everybody was so wrong about that. Trust me, I was scared. I was scared. Thank you, Lord. Everybody was so wrong about that.
I see a lot of people around Twitter not loving this idea because they want Cody Rhodes to remain as a babyface, but I disagree. I think his time as a face has run its course. People aren't necessarily booing him, but they're starting to a little bit, and I think it will grow. Also, at the end of the day, I care about compelling TV, and I care more about wrestling stories that could keep me watching from week to week and from pay-per-view to pay-per-view. And I think that a heel Homelander Cody would accomplish that goal a lot better than a babyface Cody just winning back the belt. Anyways, I think Seth cashing in tonight means that The Rock and Cody are teaming up tomorrow. I know I might be crazy, but I'm sorry, John Cena. I think you are cooked tomorrow. Anyways, that is it for the video.
And how wrong he was. Because now we're going to get to the real reason why Brock Lesnar came back with the man bun mullet. I forgot to mention it in my review. Because I was laughing saying, my man got a man bun mullet. My wife like, what are you talking about? A man bun mullet. But here we go.
After John Cena lost the WWE title to Cody Rhodes in the main event at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar shocked everyone and returned to WWE.
The issue my gesture is that I'm glad that one, no Cena hoax and no double turn. Cody Rhodes won the title, one cast topic, and still a face, hopefully. I mean, I know it's not stripping because the crowd wanted, because the crowd. And Cena's still egging my babyface Cena back. But damn. But Brock Lesnar. Like I said, double pissed. I had to rewatch again, not knowing that Michael Cole dropped the holy shit bomb. I love it.
WWE. He gave John Cena a huge F5 and the show went off the air. It was a controversial decision considering that Brock Lesnar was in that lawsuit against Vince McMahon.
Right.
I would say that a majority of the people loved it based on the pop that we heard tonight. And then there's been some backlash with fans around the internet. They aren't happy about it. They don't think he should have been back with the company.
Yeah. And the one lady I said, the Drew fan, she did not like it because she said, why that sex business back here because of the allegation and all that. Yeah.
And so that begs the question.
And why? Dub was pissed. Dub was pissed. Shot in the clutch.
Why did WWE bring back Brock Lesnar? What is the real reason why he returned at SummerSlam tonight? And to answer that, we literally have Triple H explain it during the post-show panel. This is what he said.
As I said in the beginning,
before we go that,
sort of for me, this is John Cena's wish list. John Cena.
Another thing, Triple H said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." Respecting me the like I say, respecting me the swerve from Cena or sadly the fortunate double turn between Cody and Cena, but he was right. You ain't seen nothing yet. Shout out to Triple H. Sticking it to the dirt sheets. That's almost like what Triple H is definitely gonna be. If the Triple H ain't good with one thing, he's definitely good right now with sticking it to the dirt sheet. No matter how much y'all hate on that, that man is sticking it to the dirt sheet.
it's him writing the last chapter of his book.
Oh, yeah.
And I think people saw a conversation with us where he said we'd have to screw it up pretty badly to ruin his career. But it's not about that for me. It's about John being able to go out the way he wants to go out, to write his chapter. I know what that's like as a performer. I know what that's like for everybody to feel that. And I think for John to be able to do what he wants to do. So it's one of the very first things I said to him is, who do you want? Who do you want, and how? And we're working through that.
As you can see, it's very simple. The real reason WWE brought back Brock Lesnar was simply because John Cena wanted to wrestle him during his retirement tour. I think it's interesting to see that WWE brought back such a controversial figure for one match that they really did not need to book. I honestly could see WWE using this.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like Cena did this, not me. Now, I truthfully, I was okay if they did it. I thought it was possible with a while back, but Brock being the face, if John Cena was still seeing this heel turn, but now it makes sense that why they made Cena a face again, because this is a good match for him, and you could possibly get a rematch with Orton as a heel too. Let's think about that, but yeah.
Very well tour as an excuse to bring him back to WWE. Regardless, John Cena proved that he can still deliver some really good matches, as we saw with Cody Rhodes, and I think that Cena and Lesnar can give us one more great match. The two have a ton of chemistry. They had great matches in 2003, 2012, and 2014, and I'm sure it won't be any different in 2025. They're low-key wrestling soulmates in a way. Brock Lesnar is also the perfect monster.
Seen them Raw back then, yeah, Brock did beat the fuck out of Cena and my man Mahler, but that slap was personal. I get it.
For heel to put against a fresh babyface John Cena who just turned on SmackDown. Anyways, it also now makes a lot of sense as to why WWE did not do the media scrum this weekend. It's pretty obvious that they did not want to have any questions that would be regarding Brock Lesnar and his return, and if he's still being investigated.
People was pissed about that. And then, well, this was the perfect time for press conference. Why
all
they didn't? Yep, you see why. They didn't want no problem.
Kind of stuff with the lawsuit. It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward, especially because WWE likes to protect their sponsors. But if I had to guess with the political climate in 2025, I think a lot of companies are shifting their culture and they don't honestly care. Just look at Sydney Sweeney and the drama with American Eagle. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's going to back?
Hold up. I got comment out the Sydney Sweeney thing with American Eagle. Other than that, good videos, some good videos from both Pllana, right? I mean, glad he was wrong about Cody and everything. But yeah, whoo, post Summerslam's gonna be awesome. I know this man going to leave the mic burning on Raw, because he's gonna have something to say about what happened to him as well too, though. So yeah, like I said, Triple H has been sticking it to the dirt sheets, and I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off on love.